Seemed like there was a lot of pace today. Was that important to start the road trip, and especially coming off the break?
Yeah, it was important to compete harder, to push harder, to push past fatigue and battle. Um, Love the way our guys did that. I said after the game last night, I thought that's what you're missing after 7 days of R&R that was well earned by our guys, and you come back and you play a team that's already on their third game back and 7 days into a schedule, and we're trying to catch up. And today was a day for us to push really hard so we can catch up faster, and like the way our guys competed.
You're running them up and down, and they're smiling still. And do they embrace that aspect of it? I guess.
They do. This issue that we had, the issue that we had last night is not going to be solved with strategy. It's going to be solved with work ethic, and that was the message before practice, that we were going to have probably our hardest practice of the year, and it was right up there with it. And they were fully engaged and competed very well, tweaked the lines a little bit, and guys that were former line mates were going at each other pretty hard today, and that was fun to see.
It's important to maybe get them out of their comfort zone a little bit. Thinking more on the work ethic side of things rather than going back to instincts and sort of the chemistry that those guys have developed, because you've had the same lines for a while now.
Exactly. I wanted them out of the solution to this, to feeling better, is not going to come with strategy. It's not going to be the result of strategy. You go here and we draw up this plan or this play. It's going to be compete and work ethic. And again, that's where we were behind. We were behind the NHL pace last night, and we got to get back up to that. It's not uncommon. It's not why we lost. We just didn't adjust to not having an NHL pace. We weren't smart enough, or we didn't do things smart enough to adjust and accommodate for that, and it cost us a game. So win or loss last night, we still would have been in the same scenario today. Based on just watching the game from the bench and interacting with it, and then confirming it, watching it through video.
You've mentioned the benefits of having that break, whether it be getting through the injuries. You guys had a very busy January. So when it comes to, Peterka and Quinn in particular being rookies, going through the grind of the season, are you curious to see how they can really attack the second half of the season after the way that the first half went, and then finally having a break, right, and maybe getting their legs under them a bit?
Yeah, I'm excited for those two guys. I think everybody talks about the grind, and you haven't played this long, and you haven't played the NHL. All that's true, but these guys, especially at their age, can keep getting better, and we got to make sure they do. They don't buy into that notion that you're wearing out or it's hard. It's always going to be hard. You're an NHL player. It's a top league in the world. Every day is going to be hard. So get used to it being hard. And I think they're doing a good job of that. They're gaining experience every day. Sometimes they like our team last night. You get in your own head and you think you're going to solve it with skill or various plays or setting something up. It's elevating your compete and work ethic, and they're doing that day by day, and I like their progression.
With Mittelstadt, I know he's somebody that you want to shoot the puck more often because he's getting hit himself in those spots to where he can create those opportunities. So what's it been like seeing the way that his game has evolved this year? It seems like he's really been adding layers and becoming really good down low for you guys in particular.
Yeah, there's not many players that we watch the NHL every night, every day, and every team in the league, and there's not many players that can hang on and extend possession as well as Casey Mittelstadt. He's elite in that area. Now the other areas, as you mentioned, do I want him to shoot the puck more? Everybody wants him to shoot the puck more. Everybody wants him to take the puck to the net more, and I think even including himself, even when I talk to him. So, he's going to identify better with areas that he can change his game and the way he has played his game to massive success. And now he has to tweak and change it to fall better in line with the NHL and playing every day in the NHL in a higher role. And he's going to do it. There's no question in my mind with his determination and his competitiveness and his skill. So, he's still a young guy in the process of that. You don't snap your fingers for these things, but I like the way he's working about it.
With 3 games on this trip, do you anticipate maybe each goalie gets one, or do you too soon to say?
It is too soon to say, and I haven't thought about it beyond tomorrow. So I know we went from having lots of games in a short span to a little bit more spread out. It's not necessarily trickier. It's just we're not going to be able to keep all those guys happy as far as the ice time they want. They're 3 competitive guys, and So, we'll just take it from the coaching side. The next game, we know who we were going to go with, and we'll make a decision following that.